Oh my god, it's here and it's real. Counter-Strike 2, baby! There's some things to cover about this release, so get ready. So this is an announcement that just came out teasing what's to come, because believe it or not, this isn't everything. Everybody is creaming themselves right now, me included. So, as it turns out, this isn't just some small graphical update to the game engine. It's almost like some of the more crazy beliefs people had came up to be true, like the rebrand and some of the things Richard Lewis mentioned in his blog. Everyone is surprised. So, as I already mentioned, we are probably just scratching the surface of what's to come, and even right now, it feels so unbelievable. So first off, this is a free upgrade from CSGO. Counter-Strike Global Offensive is no more, and will be replaced by CS2 eventually. It's expected to come this summer, and in the meantime, there will be a limited beta granted only to people who are eligible enough, dictated by whatever vague standards Valve holds. Now let's get into the features that were announced. Oh, you want 128 tick? Well, how about 0 tick rate? One of the biggest announcements is the new sub-tick system, which allows the game to calculate when to increase the tick rate, so technically 128 is real, but this is even better. Now, inputs will be sent as a packet with information as to when it happened and communicate that directly with the server, leading to better precision. Now you cannot complain anymore that you died due to tick rate. Go find another excuse! New volumetric smokes is something truly unexpected and out of this world. The smoke will now take the shape of its surrounding space, and in a sense, walls of smokes, ninja diffusing, and one-ways will not be as OP, because shooting through the smoke will cause these holes to open, and grenades can dissipate the entire smoke for a few seconds. I don't know how to entirely feel about this. This either nerfs smokes a lot, or it could provide some sort of new gameplay mechanic, but we need to see how this is gonna play out in the near future. They also seem color-coded, so blue smoke it could be for CT and brown for T. Oh, and now it's time for my favorite part, map changes. Here it kind of depends how it's done, but to simplify, some maps are getting a complete visual overhaul like the teased Overpass and Italy, while others that were already updated long ago like Dust 2, Nuke, and Ancient will remain relatively the same, at least for now. But in some cases like Nuke, they will also take advantage of the new lighting and materials from Source 2. Weirdly, Inferno was briefly present with an overhaul despite it being remade a while back, so that could be some sort of indication. And finally, the tools for making maps like this will be available, of course. You can say these new visuals and textures look even more colorful and cartoony, but honestly, for me, that's a plus. It kinda reminds me of the simplicity and the standout colors of CS 1.6. UI and VFX. While the new VFX overall looks cool, I think the Molotov fire is unfinished, and the blood is a bit too much splashy jelly, but hopefully it'll all get patched so it's not as intrusive to gameplay. Speaking of intrusive, I feel kinda mixed about the first-person UI. It's fine for the most part, but some visuals are just straight up unnecessary. It's kind of busy for a game like CS, it's better off being simpler and more minimalistic. Also, the card counting thing for kills and the team logo, that's just too much. I don't think it's that visually important to show you how many kills you got for the round or remind you in which team you are. Next, I hope everyone has calmed down because skins are not going anywhere. Everything you have will be migrated to CS2 and will also get enhanced with the new gun models plus visual capabilities of Source 2. And that's kind of it. There's a small note for enhanced audio, but nothing more. I notice you can now see your legs too when looking down, and that just feels weird for CS. So again, it'll probably release as an optional upgrade because it's gonna take a while for it to completely replace the original. Believe me, there will be a lot of bugs and polishing to do. It's not gonna play as good, and already it looks exactly like what it is, a beta. And also, when it comes to frames per second, we are yet to see how it runs and on what machines it can run. Now, about what I said in my previous video. Well, for the most part, I was not against the things we ended up getting. I myself am surprised just as much as everybody else. I still feel people are gonna complain about the UI being ugly and that the new smokes are a terrible idea. I was half right and half wrong about the name change of the game. It honestly makes sense for marketing purposes. Also, CS2 because S2 for Source 2. Get it? Get it? And as previously mentioned, porting the game to this new engine could help with the stupid spaghetti code of the current CSGO and also could bring in new and improved modding tools, capabilities. It's like the possibilities are completely endless to the community and to even to the developers at Valve. And please, Valve, don't remove dedicated servers. You know, my first impression when I saw this, I was like, is this some elaborate setup for an April Fool's joke? But the more I read about it, the more I thought to myself, wow, this is actually real. Because at first glance, I was kind of weirded out by the new art direction, you know, just the graphic design and everything. Because it didn't seem very CS-like, but I guess this is just a new direction, which does quite match this new, you know, realistic but stylized and colorful art style they're going with. As more information and content is revealed in due time, maybe in the summer when CS2 actually drops, I hope all of the other things mentioned in the Richard Lewis article do turn out to be true. But it would kind of suck if FACEIT and ESEA, like third-party services, actually become irrelevant and obsolete. I'm not sure exactly how that's gonna come true, but who knows what's gonna come at this point. We don't know what to expect. It's also not an entirely new game. I'm glad that it's sort of a rebrand. It did not remove the words terrorists and terrorism, which was rumored, but Global Offensive is no more, and this is a new chapter in our beloved franchise. So buckle up, Buttercup, we are in for quite the ride this year. Oh, I'm so excited. I hope I can get beta access just to try it out. Don't know what my chances are, but hey, a guy like me can hope someday, if not, maybe even today.